Hi, this is Carrie Brown. You're watching Real Estate 101, and we are doing Real Estate Zoom across America. I am here with Sabre Cofer, and she is out of Amarillo, Texas. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing good. My husband's going to say my southern drawl is coming out. I'm actually from the South, transplant here.
Oh,
Obviously, I'm in Topeka, Kansas. I've actually been in Topeka longer than I was ever in the South. So I don't know where I'm from anymore. But
oh, I was raised and born right here in the Texas Panhandle.
um, I married a Kansas boy, and here I am. Amarillo, Texas is where you're from. All right,
Yes.
we will start with the $100,000 range. Um, so on the left, mine is a 2-bedroom, 1 bath, 2-car garage. 1,052 square feet. Taxes a year are $1,377. Sold for $100,000 even. Super cute. Move-in ready. They had done some renovations, did a really good job on it. Tell me about yours.
Okay, this home is $100,000 home, and in this range, you're going to get a 2 or 3 bedroom with 1 bath, and they're going to range from about 750 square foot up to about 1,000 square foot. Tax rate is 2.34% in most of Amarillo, and so your taxes on this one are going to probably run around, around 2,200.
Okay. So not far off at all.
Right.
Okay. Here, this particular one, so for 255, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage, 2,795 square feet. Taxes were 2,672 a year, and it was built in 1946. It had been renovated, had a sunroom off the back. Deep lot with some trees and a shed. Yours is really pretty. Tell me about it.
This is a pretty new build. It is over in a newer development. This one is this house is going to run you about 320, 325, and 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2-car garage. Now it is going to sit on a smaller lot because it's getting a little bit harder to find land to build all these new homes. But
Mhm.
this one is it has a modern flair to it. It's an open floor plan, has the fireplace, has a huge granite island, and so very open concept. One of the neat things about this house is the builder added there's a dog run over on the back on the right hand side, and so you actually have a doggy door that comes in to through the utility room, which is kind of a sweet little touch for this home. But you're seeing more and more like this, but we also see more of the traditional style also. But I thought this was kind of neat just to show that the builders are doing something a little bit new and more contemporary too.
That's awesome. It's very cute. All right, so mine on the left, this one sold for 390,000, 5-bedroom, 3-bath, 3-car garage, 5,075 square feet, $6,400 in taxes a year. A little bit smaller lot. It's kind of built a little bit on a hill. $6,400. I'm sorry, built in 1946 or 1968. Mercy. Super cute. You could actually throw a party in the master closet. Had been redone. Huge gym off of the master bedroom also. Wide open kitchen, a lot of really cool features, even had a pub downstairs. So tell me about yours.
Okay, this one sits on one of the golf courses here in Amarillo. It's La Paloma Tascosa Golf Course and Country Club. This home, at the time it was bought, was about 450,000, and I know that today it would be a little bit more than that, just because I'm sure they've done a lot more work and what the market's doing. But this home has 3 bedrooms upstairs, has your main bedroom suite with a huge bathroom, soaking tub, huge walk-in shower, massive closet downstairs. And then it also has an office, and it had the shelving with the ladder railing that goes around all the shelves. It just so much charm. Had a beautiful kitchen with the granite, everything. It was kind of a smaller kitchen with kind of a breakfast nook. And then it had a formal dining room. And as you can tell, it does have a small yard in the back, but it does have a yard. And for this one, you're just talking about location. Absolutely fabulous. More modern inside with the classic traditional look outside.
A lot of really nice houses around it too.
Absolutely. In this area, your homes will probably go, you might happen to get one under 400,000, but they're going to go all the way up, to 1 million and plus.
Awesome. Okay, so mine on the left sold for 755,000, 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 4-car garage, 4,004 square feet. Yes, that's a lot of fours. 16 acres. The taxes were 6,615 a year, and it was built in 2016.
Yes, and so barn dominiums are really popular in our area, and everybody wants a barn dough. So this one sits on about 40 acres. The home itself is probably about 2,900 square foot. You can tell the shop's on the right. This one also has horse stalls and a horse barn, so it's a perfect setup as a horse property or for cattle. And the new owners of this one actually bought their first resident to move in with them when it closes here in a couple of weeks, and it's a donkey.
Oh, wow.
So it's very special to find property that is unrestricted where you can do these things. But this one's beautiful. It has the open concept. I believe this one was built in 2017. It's really a super nice home, but we're seeing more and more of the barn dominiums pop up.
We actually are seeing quite a few in our area too.
Oh, people love them.
Yeah. I mean, it's perfect well, guys really, really love it.
The guys love it. So usually, you go in some of them and they are exquisite. And you can tell there that the wife has said, okay, the only way we're doing this is I still get my home.
Right. I'm in charge of the inside.
And some of them you walk in and it's basically the party barn, and you know that he's probably single.
Yeah, probably so. All right. So the one on the left, and this one at 1,995,000, 5 bedrooms, 6 full baths, 2 half baths, 3-car garage, had 10,891 finished square feet, just huge. 1.54 acres, taxes a year, 26,000-ish. And then the year it was built was 2008. I love the views on yours.
Oh, yes. This one is in a very exquisite area. It's a gated community called River Falls. And this particular home is about 1.3 million, and it was built in 2017, I believe, has a in-ground swimming pool overlooking the canyon. And it sits on about 6 acres. And you can tell it's kind of a cul-de-sac there. So you don't really have too many neighbors around, and everybody's quite a distance off. At River Falls, you have the refuge. So you have access to swimming, floating. There's some fishing down there, and lots of your ATV vehicles. That's really the only way you can get around down there. If you try to go down there in your car, you're going to get stuck. And it's gated even separately, so you have to have a clicker to even get in there. So it's nice to have that private community. They also have an equestrian center. They have a 9-hole golf course. They have their own airport, and I understand more. And they do have an event center that is also a bed and breakfast. A lot of weddings happen out here, so it's really a neat area. The taxes on this one, I believe, run around 11,000 a year. It was just absolutely fabulous. It kind of has that modern farmhouse look with the really tall ceilings, like where you see all those windows, and just absolutely exquisite location and home.
That's beautiful. All right, let's talk about things to do. Tell me about this.
Okay, this is Lake Tanglewood. This is another gated community with 24-hour. It's manned 24 hours a day. So very exclusive. There's a lot of homes. You're going to see a little bit of everything out this way. And you do have to, own property out there to be a member. And you have access to the lake. There's also a golf course. They just basically have their own community. But it is, it's kind of one of those things, people come think about our area and think it's just going to be flat. There's not going to be any trees. And then we take them and we show them a few things. They're going, oh my goodness, we just drove and drove, and all of a sudden there was canyon. And then you see something like this. So it's beautiful.
It really is. I mean, no tumbleweeds out here, right?
Exactly. Well, I don't know. The weather we're having lately, before we had the snow today, I think that there was tumbleweeds everywhere. I have made the comment a few times when a sign comes up missing. I said, oh, it's probably blown into Lake Tanglewood. We do get a little bit of wind on occasion. We've had some of that. We're so thankful for the snow today.
I bet. So this is still the same lake, right?
Yes, this is another shot of the lake. You'll have homes out here, and you'll have some homes that will be, you might get something under 300,000. If you're going to be on the water, probably not. And you'll see some new homes. You'll see some that they're actually tearing the houses down to build a new home. And, but they can go, over $1 million, up to 2 million. And, it's fabulous. It really is. And it's only probably about 20 minutes out of town.
Oh, wow. Well, that's
Mhm.
handy.
Yeah.
All right. So downtown.
Yes. Downtown Amarillo at night. You can tell there is our skyscraper, the building over to the left. I mean, we have now, Amarillo is doing a really good job of really building up the community. We have a lot of people moving in right now. And so they've really boosted the downtown area. It's called Center City Amarillo. So we have the new Hodge Stadium, which is our state of the art baseball stadium. We have a feeder team called the Sod Poodles. Um, so we have a brand new boutique hotel. In fact, some of the cast, I understand Tim McGraw, Faith Hill, and Sam Elliott stayed in our new boutique hotel while they were just about an hour outside of Amarillo on one of the ranches, filming 1883.
Oh, wow.
A little history here. We have Performing Arts Center. We have a symphony. We have a arena football team. We have ice hockey. I mean, there's really more to do than people realize when you come to Amarillo.
Very pretty. You may have an influx now that they know that they're filming. So whenever
Absolutely.
I think Texas, I think horses and cattle. Is that about right?
Absolutely. One of my favorite shots, I actually pulled off the side of the road. I was headed out to show a property, and there was some cowboys on their horses rounding up some cattle right there off of the side of the road. And I just stopped and just filmed them and took some pictures. And I thought, wow, I mean, I love the Texas Panhandle. I mean, this really this is a picture of what it's all about.
That's beautiful.
Yes, this is another picture of the Palo Duro Canyon, which is the second largest canyon. And we also have a show down there for people to come to. It runs, I believe it starts in May and goes through August, and it's called Texas. And it gives some history of Texas, and it is so much fun. If you're coming through town and you're just coming to visit and you want to go see Texas, I suggest going the week of 4th of July and when they'll do their fireworks and everything. And oh, it's fun. They have you have the option to go down there and eat barbecue right before and then go to the show. But there's hiking, there's bicycling, just I think there's some camping. There's also somebody that has some horses down there. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful if you like to go hiking.
It looks like it. All right, starting in Topeka. This is our state capital. Topeka is the capital of Kansas. Beautiful on the inside, beautiful on the outside. If you come into town, you definitely want to see if you can get a tour. With COVID, I don't know. Speaking of COVID, how is that affecting you guys, or is it at all?
It has. I think right now people are so sick. The urgent cares are full. I think the hospitals are full again. Probably with this new strain, it's more like a cold. But it did affect us, and we had, we're not under a mask mandate at this point. We were, just like most of the country was, and the way we did real estate, people still need to sell, they still need to buy, they need to move and take care of business. And we did a lot of virtual open houses. At this point, it's really kind of on a case by case. Like I just showed a house before meeting up with you, and she asked that, we wear a mask in her home. And so, we just kind of take it on case by case. But overall, Amarillo, I mean, we're just doing what we normally do.
Um, let's see here. Next up would be Brown versus Board of Education, the National Historic Site that is down on Adams here. Basically a museum on the inside. You can learn all about what transpired with Brown versus Board. Evel Knievel. We have the Evel Knievel Museum. We have a lot of his memorabilia here. Definitely a must-see when you come to Topeka.
Oh, nice.
This is actually down by our zoo. It's a Japanese garden, water garden. It's absolutely gorgeous. The zoo itself, we have a train that you can ride with your kids. We have all kinds of animals, a lot of really great buildings that they've incorporated in to make the zoo very beautiful. It's not just, a walkthrough for the animals. It's a lot of really pretty stuff. This is a high school here. It looks a lot like a church. It's funny because as I'm comparing this to other states, what we're finding is they're like, oh, well, that looks like a church here, or that looks like our courthouse here. But this particular one is a high school. and it's still actively a high school. And you can get tours. I'm not sure how COVID is affecting that though. Lake Shawnee, we have man-made lake here. We have tulip time. There's actually several of those around different venues, parks themselves have that. This has a walking trail. You can go out and row, sailboats. You can bring powered boats to ski. It's an 8-mile track all the way around walking. Just everywhere you turn, it's beautiful.
It is gorgeous.
And then this is you. So this is all of your contact information.
Yes.
And so if you were looking and you want to talk about Amarillo, Texas, all of Sabre's contact or information is here. Real quick, that's my information. And we're going to stop sharing here so we can see each other. All right, so let's talk about, obviously investor market's still pretty good there. You've got a property.
Yes. It is. It's a very, very strong. And we have people just calling, from like California, Washington, other states, and just asking about properties and, ready to buy. So I think, our prices are good enough for them to be able to come in and buy and fix up, flip, or, rent out.
Lawyer or title state?
We are a title state.
Us too. You have an MLS that you put all your properties on so that you could share them with other agents?
Yes. We have our main MLS, and they've opened it up. We work all over the Texas Panhandle, but they have opened it up to, to all the other, to the small communities, so they could be a part of it. Some choose to, some don't. But I think even those small towns, they have their own MLS, even if that is a Excel spreadsheet. But we do have the Emerald MLS, and it's wonderful.
We have the same thing. We have several different little boards. So myself, my team, we're actually a part of 4 so that we can cover Northeast Kansas. So we cover the Kansas City area, Lawrence, Topeka, and Manhattan, which really encompasses all of Northeast Kansas.
Okay.
So obviously you have a governing board, NAR, and all of that, National Association of Realtors.
Yes.
Us too. Quirkiness, is there anything weird about land? Does it transfer with the house or anything like that? I know with cattle country, oil and stuff.
The land does. When you buy real estate, you're getting the land. The only thing that may come up, I'll have a lot of people asking me, they say, well, what about the mineral rights? Well, it's very, very rare to get mineral rights. And those have been gone for years, way back in the day. And on occasion, somebody might have a little bit of mineral rights. They might be willing to sell. But for the most part, you're going to get the land, you're going to get the building that's on it.
That's how it is here. And so it's a new question I threw in here just to kind of compare how markets are, because I interviewed one and their contract is literally 2 pages. Our real estate contract is 6 pages. How many is yours?
Ours is 11.
Wow. I've had some that they said that theirs was up to 22 pages.
Oh my goodness. I thought ours was long.
I know, right? But I can't imagine doing it with 2. So I haven't found anybody with 1 yet, but I thought it was interesting. Are you guys still able to do inspections, or are you in such a competitive situation to where you're not?
We will see some offers come across, and, where somebody's waiving an inspection, very risky to do that, as you know. But it happens on occasion if somebody's just, they're determined they want that house, and waive option, waive inspections. But for the most part, we're still doing inspections. We may have a shortened time. I know one of the things that I'll do is I'll go ahead, if I know we're about to make an offer, I'll go ahead and contact, a couple of the inspectors and make sure that I can have somebody within 5 or 7 days and at least do a shortened time period, just to give us a chance.
Same thing here. We've seen some appraisal waivers too, to where, that appraises over that they're planning on bringing cash. I'm hoping that it settles down and goes back to a market that's fair for both. I know seller wise, I love it on the seller side. I'm not going to lie. It's awesome to get 14 offers day one. But for the buyers, nobody really wants to move into a house and not have a clue. So I'm hoping that kind of settles down a little bit so that the buyers have the opportunity to be educated.
I agree with you. And also just for buyers to have more of a chance to get a home. Because
Mhm.
right now, they get beat out over and over and over again because they can only do so much. Because, a lot of people can't pay the over and above, or they're just not willing to end up, feeling like they're upside down. And
Exactly.
so I think that I'm like you, the sellers, that's a lot of fun, and it's fun for the sellers, but it's also stressful, but it's so hard on our buyers.
Yeah, it really is. Well, I want to thank you for coming on. I know that this was quick, but I really do appreciate it. And thank you for sharing your market.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed this. Thanks for the opportunity.
Have a great day.
You too. Bye bye.